In other news, what is this?
That's a chart.
It's a chart, yes. A chart of what?
This is a new point system that immigrants must adhere to if they want to live in this country.
Yes, you get bonus points if you've got English, and you lose points if you fail to integrate, which seems harsh in the initial interview. You know, turn up dressed as a pearly queen. Oi! Good integrating, well done.
It's basically racist, isn't it? What, people are going to have to learn English to get a British passport? No, I'm afraid it's my family and I will be murdered if we go home. Not my family and me. Back to the Sudan with you.
They want them to learn British history, but essentially British history is us invading their country, enslaving their people, and then nicking their natural resources. Always good to remind them of that before we welcome them into the country.
But nobody says this, right? If you're seeking asylum in this country, you probably need asylum. Right? If you come from a sunny country and you want to move to Birmingham, someone in your homeland is trying to murder you. If you're rocking up to Preston looking for a better life, things have gone very badly wrong where you come from. Let those people in. Don't say to those people, hey, you're a heart surgeon in your homeland, but you read very badly from Beowulf. We'll have to let you go.
It's easily unfair, though, isn't it? Because it always comes down, they have to know things about Winston Churchill. You ask anyone in this country, give us a famous quote from Churchill, and I guarantee they'll go, oh, yes.
Because this is to the points to get yourself into the country. Currently, there is a Life in the UK test, which features questions like this. After the Second World War, where did British textile and engineering firms send agents to find workers? Now, judging by the reaction both the audience here and 6 blank faces here, and even more weirdly, there's another question from the life skills test. Where does Santa Claus come from? Now, there's debate in this country about that particular issue, let alone there is no hard and fast answer to that one, but that is among them. Why don't you just, if you really want people to mix in, just give them a simple finish the sentence question with questions like, the referee's a what? And if they can finish that, like the Frosty's there, what?
Why don't we just go the whole hog, admit we're racist, and at immigration control have a Dulux wall chart, and when people rock up, we go burnt umber, I'm afraid not. Autumn sunset, in you come, just.
By the way, this announcement of this new clampdown on immigration, what made it slightly awkward?
It was a fantastic story because there was an illegal immigrant found hiding underneath a bus that was full of people who work for immigration.
Yes, it was.
Isn't that a brilliant story?
It was a bus carrying staff of the UK Border Agency, and an illegal immigrant clambered underneath it and hid beside the fuel tank.
The last place they'll look.
It is. It really was the last place.
Just for cheekiness, he should be allowed in because that is brilliant. That is like a mouse sneaking into the house by holding onto the cat's nipples, isn't it? It's just...
Well, apparently when they got to Folkestone, he just legged it. I'd have loved to have been on that bus and seen those guys go, well, I think that went quite well, don't you? I think it went quite... Oh, dear, who's that chap? I don't want to sound racist, but there's no way that any of us are going to catch him over 5,000 metres.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Frankie, Hugh and Stuart. The next round is called Between the Lines. Rory and Hugh, can you make your way to our Mock the Week press pit? In this round, one player takes the role of a famous person making a speech, while the other says what they really mean. Rory, you are George W. Bush making his TV address to the nation. Hugh, tell us what he's really saying.
My fellow Americans.
People of Florida.
2 years ago, I declared that hostilities in Iraq were over.
Unfortunately, nobody told the other side.
See, we proved them wrong in Iraq. They said there was no link between Iraq and Al-Qaeda.
There is now.
What people have to understand is the problem was essentially our lack of intelligence.
People have to understand the problem is essentially My lack of intelligence.
See, problem is people keep putting words in my mouth.
Imagine what it would be like if they didn't.
Well, we will stay in Iraq until the job is done.
We will stay in Iraq until the oil is finished.
Very good. Both of you, congratulations. Rory and you. Points for everyone. Sit down. Now we play a round called School of Hard Mocks. This game involves Rob, Andy and Stuart, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news and whoever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is consumerism. Who wants to come in on that? Andy Parsons.
So we always like to have a go at politicians, don't we, for getting us into debt. But we're also addicted to debt, aren't we? People waste their stuff. Well, you know, loads of nonsense, isn't it? Things like personalised number plates. Don't ever do it. Anybody can get a personalised number plate, yeah? You can change your name by deed poll for a tenner, right? Just change your name to your car registration number. And there's the same people going, oh, yeah, look, I've got a new watch. I've got a new watch, I have. Yeah, it's a diver's watch, yeah? Goes down to a depth of 200 metres, this does. 200 metres is the depth of the North Sea. If you find yourself at the bottom of the North Sea, you're not diving. The ship has sunk, the air bubble is running out, and it's going to be little consolation you know what the bloody time.
Thank you very much, Andy Parsons. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The next subject is food. Who wants to come in on that? Rob.
I like food. I eat it most days. The thing is that I've moved out with mum's now, so like, I go home and see my mum and dad, and I'm excited to see them, but I'm more excited to see the contents of the fridge. But she's on a diet, my mum, right? She got all the brothers round, me brothers round for a Sunday lunch. You know what she did, the whole family, for Sunday lunch? Couscous. For lunch. Right? I rang Childline, they didn't want to know. I don't trust couscous, to be honest with you. Anything you put in your mouth that feels already chewed should not be in there. It's fat sand, I don't want any part of it. Right? She served it with toasted pita bread. Have you ever toasted pita? Anyway, why is it so hot? Had a bit of folded bread, what's its problem? Then a bit of toast pops out warm and toasty, the pita's on fire. Once you get past the outer cook, I've got the dragon breath inside to deal with. There's only two things in the world hotter than toasted pita bread. One's the sun, yeah? And the other's a cheese and tomato toasted sandwich. What's that prick's problem, right? What's his problem? Do you know what I mean? The cheese, I've not got a problem with the cheese. The tomatoes? They're little slices of lava. I'll put you in a toasted sandwich, mate, not Dante's Peak. What are you doing? You bite into it, anchor onto the slice, you pull the sandwich away, the slice stays, slaps you on the face, burns your face off. 3 days, had a big red circle like that. I look like a thirsty dog.
Well done, Rob. OK, that leaves us with Stuart. Let's see what you've got. Spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs. Where you go.
Was my French teacher into golden showers? Oui. I'm a Canadian comedian, but if people think I'm Russian, Soviet. As a gynecologist, I was terrified of vaginas. I won't go into it. Very sad, I've just come back from the funeral of my coke dealer. I was fired as a Boy Scout leader. I wasn't prepared for that. I used to be a sarcastic high jump coach. Get over it! Used to be a professional table tennis player in Southeast Asia, and recently I went back for a big party. Oh, it was a real Hong Kong ping-pong ding-dong. Then someone fired up the old karaoke machine. Oh, it was a real Hong Kong ping-pong ding-dong sing-song. Then someone rang the doorbell. Cops. It was the cops. I used to be a cop. One night a guy asked me if he could urinate on my wrist. I said, not on my watch.
Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you very much, Stuart Francis. Points there for Stuart and Rob and Andy. What the hell? Come on, everybody gets points.
Unlikely things to hear in hospital.
We need a drip. Somebody get me Michael Gove.
Now, the good news is your blood results have come back clear. The bad news is blood shouldn't be clear.
Oh, my God, yay! £350 million. Great news, thanks.
Time of death, Pim's o'clock.
Look, if you squeeze his drip really hard, he gets an erection.
I'm a junior doctor and I get paid enough.
Erectile dysfunction, you say? Does it hurt when I do this? And does it feel amazing when I do this?
Now, you have pneumonia. Would you like to keep that or gamble for the big prize?
I remember when my dick looked that young.
I am the leading gynecologist in this hospital. I work in the cafe, but I'm a bit of a legend.
Would anybody like a hand? I've just found a hand.
You have cancer. Sorry, you're having a cancer. Your baby is due July 15th.
Well, the good news, it's not spread. It might be jam or peanut butter.
I see you. I see you. No, can you tell me the way to the ICU?
We've had a look at your X-ray, and what we've found might alarm you. There's a big skeleton living in your body.
Yes, I think it's a curvature of the upper spine, but it's just a hunch.
Good news, Mrs. May. We managed to have your tear ducts repaired just in time for your big speech.
All right, the end of the point to the Tom Organist. Which world leaders' holiday photographs have been in the news?
It's just Putin, isn't it?
This is, of course, Putin. These photos are great.
Yeah.
That's Vladimir Putin, just striding randomly across the lake.
He looks like a gay porn star, doesn't he?
By the way, that's November.
But he was going on a trip, wasn't he, to thank Prince Albert of Monaco for helping them get the Winter Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And Prince Albert, seeing these photos, he'd be thinking, crikey, what have I let myself in for, won't he? What sort of favours am I going to get from Vladimir Putin? Oil yourself up, Albert. We're going for a sauna.
How gay does it sound? Basically, you've got a topless man knocking about with a bloke called Prince Albert. It's gayer than Right Said Fred dancing on a doily.
Can we go back to the previous photo?
So
Why has that horse got a spike through its head?
Because it may have disobeyed him in
He
some
is planning
tiny
to
way.
launch a nuclear strike from that horse's head.
With one of those wooden nuclear bombs that Russia have been using for so long.
Well, you know.
I think it's a bit sad that this guy, you know, he could level us at any time, and there he is. He waxes his chest. He needs a bra. It's just quite scary, and
He's frightening. He would snap me like a twig. Look at the eyes.
That's what I want to see in a leader. Someone who can crush a man's head like a beer can.
I would like to see John Prescott in a series of similar photographs.
He still gets a hard time about the whole Litvinenko thing, doesn't he? I just think Litvinenko wasn't a very good spy if he doesn't know not to accept a glowing cup of tea from a glowing teapot from a man who appears to be wearing a spacesuit. I was going to make jokes about Russians all being gangsters, but some Russian people spoke to me, and all I'd like to say is I'm looking forward to Chelsea continuing their great start to the season and the safe return of my pregnant wife.
At the end of that round, the points go to Russell, David and Andy. Which neatly brings us to the Democratic Unionist Party, who are the new power brokers. Let me just reassure you that you may be enjoying my work or Graham Norton's work or Terry Wogan's work. The DUP are not in the whimsical end of Irish. They're not in the gentle comedy of the slightly wry look at life. They're in the chaining up swings on a Sunday so children can't play school of Irish politics.
Why didn't you never tell us about them?
Because, frankly...
It's been 12 years or whatever this show's been going for. You're just going, you know, all the stuff you normally say, that they won't let me fight the robots and robot wars or whatever.
Just give me one round where I can fight the robots with a weapon of my choice. And we'll see who's the winner there. Who's a Lord now, Mr. Killalot. Why have I not told you about the pleasures of the DUP? Because you ain't ready for the DUP. Wait till you meet the people who don't believe in dinosaurs. That is...
They are so homophobic, it's amazing. One of their councillors blamed us gays for natural disasters. And do you know what? I quite like those mad bastards for that sort of thing, because there are days when I feel I haven't achieved enough in my life. And I just feel they protest too much because they love a parade, and we love a parade.
One of them was on the council, and somebody applied to put an Oktoberfest, to hold an Oktoberfest, and he said that's fine, but then tried to ban beer. They're not the party.
Oktoberfest without beer is just sausage and lederhosen, and no one wants that.
There's sort of constantly been an obsession with sort of what Labour might do, and even after the election there's been an obsession with Labour ministers having to U-turn because they supported Jeremy Corbyn. But surely the, you know, DUP thing is the biggest U-turn of all, to go with the other U-turns on social care and the fact that Theresa May campaigned for Remain and is now pushing for a Brexit so aggressive Pret a Manger is going to have to change its name to Lunch in it.
OK, here we go. The first subject is lines you wouldn't hear in a TV detective show.
These dots, these dashes, what do they mean, Inspector? Morse?
Look, I'm sorry, Poirot, but Brexit means Brexit, sir.
Welcome to Midsummer, Officer Patel.
On entering the house, we found a feline jammed into a Xerox machine. We think it was a copycat crime.
Welcome to Baker Street, madam.
It seems you came from Sevenoaks via Waterloo, and you bought those shoes in Selfridges. And you are here because you fear someone is stalking you.
Sarge, I've searched all his pockets and there's no sign of the stolen butt plug.
Blood, skin, fragments of bone. Why did I order the sausages?
And according to the coroner's report, he had his head removed and a wedge of lime shoved down his neck. Sorry, that's the coroner's report.
Oh, it's elementary, is it, you sarky prick?
I think going undercover at the strip joint is a good idea. But is it really your thing, Miss Marple?
There is some semen at the crime scene. What can I say? I love forensics.
Well, I tell you what, Watson, how about this week you solve the crime and I'll ask all the stupid fucking questions.
This week on the bill, an unlikely suspect, someone who can act.
The bloods have come back from the lab, but the Crips are held up in traffic.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mrs. Trump. Now, firstly, can you think of anyone who didn't have a motive to do this?
These were his movements just before he was killed.
We start with a round called Headliners. Here's a picture of the Prime Minister, the American President and the Chancellor of Germany. Well, what does CIDW stand for?
Is it in fact all they've achieved at the G20? Checked in, drank wine.
Is Merkel saying, Cameron, it's Denzel Washington?
She presumably is suggesting an answer to the crisis, isn't she? She's saying, call in Darth Vader.
Or she's saying, careful, I declare war.
Is it in fact Cameron interrupts Dirty Weekend?
Is it Cameron introduces drunk woman? Because she does look a bit.
She looks leery anyway.
I reckon it's Merkel's going to the vending machine to get some snacks, so she's checking the order. She's going, is it crunchy, ice cream, Diet Coke, what's it?
Is it David Cameron saying, children, damn, where?
Is it Angela Merkel saying, I've lived my life like a candle in the wind?
I've heard a lot of bad things about Men in Black 3, but it looks pretty good now they've cast Angela Lansbury in it.
Can I get the correct answer, please?
Is it Cameron issues dire warning?
That's very good. Well done. Thank you very much, Joe.
Unlikely things to hear on a cookery programme.
No, that's the flour, Nigella.
You've got to be very careful when handling raw meat. But if your wife does walk in, close the laptop, pull up the trousers and feign ignorance.
The thing to remember when making your own pesto is you're wasting your time.
So, pop in a lemon, shove in the stuffing, sew up the mouth, and that should keep Greg Wallace quiet for a bit.
No, I'm afraid those aren't bacon bits. I've just got a bit of eczema at the moment.
If you add vodka into the tomatoes, it really brings out the flavour. And if you add it to your wine, you can pass out before the kids get home.
You should be able to get the ingredients for this anywhere. They are goat's horn, chervil, and the frozen tears of an elf.
I'm Anthony Worrell-Thompson. Today we're going to be needing salmon, noodles and parsley. So I'm going to nip down to Tesco and shove them up my jumper.
That's enough cooking. Next up, we got some twat trying to flog a book.
Does anyone know what's happening in Iraq?
Welcome to Chinese Meals in Minutes. I'll have a 19 and some prawn crackers.
So, alternatively, it's gas mark 4 for 20 minutes. You're watching Dignitas Television.
This asparagus smells delicious. Now, imagine what it tasted like when I ate it yesterday.
After MasterChef, Celebrity MasterChef and MasterChef The Professionals, now it's MasterChef. The only 5 people in Britain who've not been on MasterChef.
We'd like to apologise for the misprint in this week's Radio Times. Paul Hollywood is, in fact, a massive cook.
We only use the freshest ingredients, so this is Daisy, and this is a stun gun.
OK, at the end of that, the points go to Rob, Hugh and Gary. We start with a round call. If this is the answer, what is the question? On the board are 6 categories. Matt, which category would you like?
World news, please.
OK, world news it is. The answer is petrol, money and drugs. What is the question?
Is it the 3 middle names of Princess Charlotte?
Is it what 3 things might a Greek keep in a chicken?
Is it what do gangsters play instead of rock, paper, scissors?
Is it what 3 things are keeping Keith Richards alive?
Is it what in the sound of music are the Von Trapp's family's real favourite things?
What are the 3 characters called on a packet of Colombian Rice Krispies?
Is it what 3 things are we being paid in this evening?
All together in one big bucket.
Yeah.
What will the motto be for the Qatar World Cup?
Is it complete the song? Hugh Pew, Barney McGrew.
That scans. That probably scans very, very
well.
well.
A much better song, wouldn't it?
It would have been very good. What are the 3 main aisles in a Bolivian Waitrose?
Does anyone know the correct answer?
You know that tattoo you got that you think says peace, love and harmony? Is it to do with Greece?
It is to do with Greece.
Is it what 3 things that they wore in Greece are about to run out of?
Ah, very good. Thank you very much, Ed Byrne. That's excellent. Yes, the question I was looking for is what items are at risk of running out in Greece after Sunday's crucial vote on the EU's bailout terms. This is news as 61% of the Greek population voted against accepting the strict austerity measures proposed by the EU. There's now a real risk that the country will run out of money, fuel and medicine. So what does it all mean for Greece?
It's ridiculous now. The whole thing is just going on. It is like a soap opera. And I don't watch the Eurozone crisis now day to day. I wait till Sunday and I watch the omnibus edition.
This thing of just referring to the Greek exit as Grexit, it just is like, are you in that much of a hurry that you couldn't say a 3rd syllable?
If the British exit happens, it's going to be called Brexit. It sounds like a cheap form of Lego, or what the Greek Prime Minister does every time he meets Angela Merkel.
I don't get this thing that you can... I didn't know that you could reject banks' demands. If I'd known that, my whole life would have been different. If I'd been able to go to the bank and go, well, I do owe you 10 grand, but I really like my lifestyle.
It could be, but it could be a mis-selling scandal, doesn't it? Because as far as I'm aware, Greece was never made to sign that box that said your home is at risk if you do not keep up the repayments.
You think they're waiting for the PPI?
Yeah, I think
the
they'll
400 quid of PPI.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that'll bail them out of this stuff.
Apparently the Greek government have admitted that living in their past is their Achilles heel.
No one was expecting that reaction,
no. Oxy, they went. Oxy for that. I think it's definitely a case that if they want to get bailed themselves out, like whatever, they really just have to invoke copyright law on all the stuff they invented some time ago now, right? But that they definitely invented, like democracy, triangles and gays. And if they...
Philosophy as well, the birthplace of philosophy, isn't it?
Or was it?
Yes, oh, you
Who
know,
knows?
well...
Why do you think that there is a professional philosopher at home going, that's not what philosophy is? It's not just going, or is it?
I think there's a lot of opportunities in Greece, actually. I'm going to start a band called Cash Machine, because people will be queuing around the block. But we've been told if we go on holiday to Greece that we should take lots and lots of money with us.
Yes.
To rub it in?
I think it's to pay your kidnappers.
We start tonight with a round called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what's happening. So, what's going on here?
That looks like Michael Gove easing himself onto a hard Brexit.
Maybe just so simple, a poor person has just walked in the room. He's got...
Is this what happens when you wake up and you realise that you're Michael Gove?
I think he's realised that wasn't just a fart.
He looks like a haunted Pez dispenser.
Could you imagine if you bought a blow-up doll and you took it home and blew it up and it looked like...
I reckon what you can't see behind it is Boris just stabbing away at him in the back.
He's just had a fantastic idea, that's all. He's just had a moment of political epiphany. He said, wait, I know, what if we ruined everything?
OK, you tell me exactly what it is?
Yes, it's Michael Gove.
Yes, it is. Yes, this is a picture of Conservative MP Michael Gove. He was in the news this week after he suggested that the government should lift the public sector pay cap whilst pressure mounted on Theresa May and Philip Hammond to ease austerity. A number of them said this. He apparently did. Boris Johnson has said this. What makes it unfortunate about the timing that they're suddenly calling for a lifting of the public service pay cap?
Because it's about a week after they voted against it.
Yeah! It's amazing. Like relatively empty words at this stage.
It is almost as though this government haven't got a clue what they're doing.
It's almost like a sat-nav sort of leading the country at the moment. It's just on make a U-turn where possible.
It's an amazing decision to give Minister for the Environment to someone who looks like they've never been outside before.
He does have the look of the sickly Victorian child.
Yeah, he looks like he drowned in a well.
He's also he's going to clash with May, though, isn't he? Because he's also Minister of Agriculture, isn't he? So he's got to stop her running through the wheat fields.
I feel uncomfortable with pick all the time on the way he looks, because, you know, you can't help that. You know, it's his policies that are ugly, not just the fact he looks like Pob's dad.
What else did he say? What else did he announce this week?
Well, basically we're stopping foreign fishermen coming into our inshore waters so they can't scoop up our nappies and our turds.
British turds.
Yeah, British
beaches.
think you'll find that is a British shopping trolley, senor.
What I imagine now is that if I was in charge of a European trawler now, I would take it right up to the edge of that 12 miles, and I'd have loads of fish food, and I'd just dump it in the sea, so all the fish come across. Just
Because it is 6 to 12 miles, that's all it is. And it's 6 to 12 miles in a kind of an environment in which fish can move very easily.
We've kept ourselves a very small strip, haven't we? We've essentially given ourselves a fishing Brazilian.
Yes.
I think they're going to police it by stopping the foreign boats coming in by having Gove out on a rock somewhere, just in a pair of Speedos like that. They'll be like, oh, my God!
But what, like a sign, like Michael Gove lying across the rocks, luring Spanish fishermen to their death. You see it.
Oh, my God, look at that disappointing blow-up dog.
No matter. Pedro.
We come to scenes we'd like to see, so if everyone can make their way to the performance area, please. I'll read out this week's topics, and then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject tonight is unlikely things to hear at an awards ceremony.
Our next award is for most inaccurate weather forecast of the year. Let's look at the 9,000 nominees.
Welcome to the Islamic Awards for Acting, or as we call them, the Moscas.
Well, God, so many people to thank. Where to begin? Obvious one, I suppose. Hitler. What?
And the award for Best Envelope Glue goes to...
Now, Teacher of the Year. Quieten down. It's your own time you're wasting.
Time now for us to celebrate some of the stars of show business who sadly are still with us.
I'll just open the envelope. Oh, it's full of gold. And the award for special effects goes to the team behind Gordon Brown's smile.
And now we're going to watch a film showing some of the people that we've lost this year, including two you didn't even know were dead.
I'd bang that, I'd bang that, wouldn't bang that, I'd bang that. Anyway, the award for Best Actress goes to...
Welcome to the Accident at Work Awards.
And winner of the Suicide Bomber of the Year. I'm afraid they couldn't be with us tonight.
And the winner of the Best Scientist in Physics is... There's no ramp, Stephen Hawkins, it's not you.
The next category is things you wouldn't want to hear on a cruise.
This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Somali Cruising.
We've had reports of an iceberg, but don't worry, no ship has ever been sunk by a lettuce.
Hello and welcome to Ryanair Cruises. The following safety announcement is incredibly vital if you want to stay alive. And if you'd like to hear that, that'll be an extra £5.
No, we very rarely get any injuries from people playing quoits. You were just unlucky to be sunbathing naked with an erection.
Oh, yeah, we were on this last year when it sunk. If you look to your left, there's a man eating squid. After that, he's having chips.
I would like to apologise for the rocking of this boat, but we are currently being humped by a whale.
Thanks for coming to the show. I've got to be honest, it's been a while since I've sung this one. Do you want to be in my gang, my gang?
Welcome to Rita's Erotic Ping Pong Bingo. 2 fat ladies, 82. Oh, the threes, 33. Oh, some hobnobs.
For those of you gathering on the car deck, I said we would soon be docking, not dogging.
I'm looking for a really old husband with money. How's your heart?
No, mate. I'm in the cabin next to yours. Could you be a bit noisy when you're having sex?
There appears to have been an incident in the swimming pool. If a Mr. Barrymore could contact the captain.
Okay, the end of that round. Points go to Chris, Hugh and Sarah. First topic is transport. Russell's straight in.
Hello. I had a car crash the other day. It was horrific. I hit this lady. She was in a car. She wasn't dressed as a bollard. It was so bad because I hit her and then I sort of walked out to say sorry. And how unlucky is this? She was staring at me with real fear. For some reason that morning, I decided to wear a Grand Theft Auto T-shirt. Now, there's no way you can make that worse unless you've got a beer in one hand going, not again. I've really got to buy a steering wheel.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is the Olympics. Who wants to come in on that? Andy Parsons.
Yeah. How crap is that logo? That's all I've got on that one. £400,000 that cost us. You could just have got some small kid to puke up some Sunny Delight on a jigsaw puzzle and you'd have got that for free. The logo I want to see is a council taxpayer being shafted by a massive Olympic dick which has been pierced by the 5 Olympic rings.
Andy Parsons. Very good.
We don't need it, do we? Like, it's this constant thing of, like, making things that nobody has been on the phone to someone and go, do you know what would make this so much easier to understand what you're on about? If I could smell you. I've actually just started pretending I'm Costa Rican. I will switch to whatever I need to, you know. In the cricket, I'm very Sri Lankan at the moment. During the Ashes, I pretended I was Aborigine. Like, I don't care. I will go wherever the results take me. He's basically made it fun for the Tories, because they could say anything they want. He's unelectable, so you can do whatever the hell you want, do you know what I mean? Like, we're going to kill everyone. Yeah, but I'd rather that than vote Ed Miliband. There continues to be heavy shelling here. Ramesh Ranganathan at the peanut factory. Is it what the minimum prison sentence should be for anybody that takes their shirt off in the summer? I find it unacceptable. I remember, like, when it used to be hot days, my dad would open up the curtains first thing in the morning and say, the white people are going to get naked today. Just this morning, we confiscated a bag of cannabis, and now we're asking all students to come forward if they've got Pringles. Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault and has ruined your life? Next time, use Durex. I don't understand that, because, like, if the cows farting is causing the problem, then surely eating them is the solution. I mean...
The topic is animals.
I'm into animal rights, actually. I recently watched this film, Blackfish, which is about this killer whale that ate 2 of the trainers at SeaWorld, killed 2 of the members of staff at SeaWorld. And it's an interesting film, but I do have some issues with it. You know, one of the things they say in the film is we call them orcas. Some people call them killer whales, but these are beautiful, beautiful orcas. We call them orcas. This one killed 2 people. Right? That's a killer whale, right? He lost the right to be called orca when he slaughtered 2 people, yeah? And people are surprised by what happened. People are surprised by what happened. They say, oh, my God, I can't believe what's happened at SeaWorld. I can't believe that one of the killer whales tried to eat one of the trainers. Listen, that's not a surprise. I'm a vegan, right? If you make me dance with a sausage on my nose for long enough, eventually I will try the bloody sausage, right? I don't think that's a surprise. And the film is presenting obvious stuff. I was talking to an intelligent person about Blackfish. He said to me, I can't believe what's going on at SeaWorld. It's disgusting. I can't believe they kidnapped them from the wild. How else did you think that they got them? Did you think there was some sort of recruitment drive? And the thing is, you know, is they want to set this whale free. They want to set Tilikum free because he killed 2 people. Because he killed 2 people, they want to set him free. I mean, that's the opposite of crime and punishment, isn't it? I mean, people say because he lives in such horrible conditions. Listen, people live in horrible conditions. We don't let them off for doing stuff. You don't say, oh, Derek here killed 6 people. We can't do anything about it because he lives in Hastings.
Thank you very much, Robert. I'm going to give the point to Angela Barnes there. Everyone come back. Thank you very much.
Well, as a vegan, I wanted to supplement my son's education, so I'm helping him to learn to read. It's one of the things that I'm doing, and helping your child to read is one of the most magical and rewarding things that you can do as a parent, on day 1. After that, it's one of the most frustrating, annoying, I'd rather punch myself in the face repeatedly than ever do this again activity that you can ever do. And let me tell you why. They do not care about making sense. Right? They'll just read all the easy words. When they get to one they don't know, instead of trying, they'll just look at the picture and just throw something random into the sentence without any regard for what effect that has on what they're saying. And I'm supposed to not get angry. I'm supposed to not get angry when my son goes, Jack went strawberry? How could that be what it said? How could it be Jack went strawberry? What are you talking about? What would that even look like? How could that be what it said? Tell me. I tell you what, you think that's what it said, you go strawberry now. Go on. Go strawberry. That's what you think it said. Stop crying, go strawberry. Go strawberry. Why didn't you do it? Go kiwi then, I don't give a shit. You're not doing it, are you? I tell you why not, because it doesn't make any bloody sense. My wife thinks I'm overreacting.
Thank you very much, Robert.
I do think it is a weird strategy, because what you're saying is we're going to make it OK for you to park by a broken meter. So, you know, a solution seems to be fix the meters. Do you know what I mean? Rather than make it OK to park next to broken ones. It's like saying, well, you know, all the trains are late and we know they never arrive, you know, when they're supposed to. So what we've decided to do to tackle the problem, we've decided to abandon the concept of time. So nobody's ever going to be late for anything. We plan to replace the glass ceiling for women with something much easier to clean.
We was in Birmingham the other week doing a gig and you had cream on top of your goulash.
No, listen.
Hey.
Hang on, why are you eating goulash? Goulash is... it's meat in goulash.
I'm not that much of an idiot. It was vegetable goulash. Can I have a beef goulash, but hold the beef? Rob and I had an argument, a discussion about the fact that I thought it had combined so much with the goulash that it rendered the situation untenable. But Rob said, "You could have scooped that out, mate. I don't know what's wrong with you." And Scott's going, "He's not vegan. He's eating cream over here. I haven't even heard of it in Lewisham."
Oh, we're such great mates.
What do you think he got to the point where, like, you know, Nick Clegg finally thinks he's stepping up to the plate, like Cameron's on the phone? Listen, my phone reception is a nightmare. We've got an important situation. Nick, I need you to step up. I need you to do the right thing. Can you get in touch with Vodafone and get this sorted out? Russell Crowe stars as Bob Marley The accent's so offensive, you won't even care that he blacked up. As I report from my 6th day here in war-torn Syria, I think the lesson learned is that I should never have called my producer a wanker. A UKIP film presentation, 101 damn Asians. Newark is actually an anagram of Nigel Farage's nickname.
What? Cron? I love the way that they clapped at different times, depending on how quickly they got it.
There is an element of chase going on there.
Come on. Well, I'm really sad to be leaving you as your maths teacher. I've got no idea why I've been made redundant, because I've always felt that I've given 110%. I think, you know, actually we should be talking about immigration now, because it's a good thing that he's put it on the table, because, you know, a lot of Europeans are coming into the country and taking jobs that my parents worked so hard to steal in the 70s. It's actually a very exciting game they play, where they just sit there for hours and see which one tries to rehydrate themselves first. Because when... I mean, again, speaking as a vegan, but my problem with it is... Are you a vegan? Listen, get on board, all right? Jesus. You guys disgust me. Yes. You cheese and meat-eating pricks.
Anyway, please, every part of the show, preface every topic we do with, as a vegan.
My point is, Dara, if I may...
A pizza!
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, pizza, nightmare, right?
Of course, you've missed the main ingredient.
I love pizza, ordered a pizza, right, with no cheese, right? No cheese.
Yeah.
What I didn't realise is not only does cheese add flavour, it also has an adhesive quality. What I got was a box of bread with some vegetables in the corner of the box. The public have spoken, and they said that I'm a knob.
We're not interested, we're not engaged. I think they should combine the election of the leader of the European Commission with the Eurovision Song Contest. So,
How is combining two things that we're not interested in going to make it more interesting? The issue that I have is that, you know, UKIP sort of attracting votes from sort of the elderly. You know, that this is sort of who are increasingly supporting them. And the thing is that you get worried because you think, well, I've sort of had more racist experiences from elderly people, and you can sort of understand how this comes about. But I actually think that elderly people should just be allowed to be racist, because, like, they've got enough shit going on in their lives, like, without having to re-educate themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've pissed myself, I've got 2 false hips, and now I can't say darky. Like, it's... I'm quite happy to make him feel comfortable, bump into an elderly person, just give him the old wobble head to make him feel all right. I don't like going out. Don't like going out because I don't look as good as I used to, and I worry about it. I've put on weight, and I think, oh, I don't look all right. And then I think, hold on a minute, I'm married. I don't need to look good. I just need to look better than the prospect of single parenting. And I think I've got that in the tank, you know what I mean? I went out a while ago, and I was out with my friends. We're all in our 30s. We look like awful tribute acts of us in our 20s, and... There's guys there, they're in their 20s, looking ripped and amazing, and I'm thinking, are they going to make us feel bad? Are they going to make us feel awkward? Are they going to make us feel like we're stepping on their turf? And the truth is, they ignore us. Of course they do. Why would they care? See a pride of lions hunting gazelle, they're not going to give a shit when a 3-legged hyena rocks up, are they? Comes to the end of the night, this absolutely gorgeous girl walks up to me, does not break eye contact for a second. I said, hello, this is happening. Can phone my wife, tell her I've still got it. The girl walks up to me, says to me, no word of a lie, taxi for Rachel.
Thank you very much, Robert.
we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, please. I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely complaints to TV channels.
Dear Jim will fix it. Why aren't you replying to me letters?
Dear Living TV, stop breathing on me, you're freaking me out.
Dear BBC, I find it extremely offensive that after each scene we'd like to see, the host, Dara O'Brien, appears to emit a loud fart.
Dear BBC, why have you given Andy Parsons that ridiculous wig this week?
Dear BBC, I recently saw something on the Antiques Roadshow I would like to purchase. How much is Fiona Bruce?
Dear Dragon's Den, I have lost my keys, and for that reason, I'm out.
Dear ITV, I just watched Loose Women in High Definition. Please remove this option.
Dear Babe Station, sorry for the scrawl, I'm having to write this with my left hand.
Dear Babe Station, I've watched your channel for 10 hours now and I've yet to see a film about a pig working as a sheepdog. However, I shall persevere.
Dear Channel 5, I have watched Celebrity Big Brother. I think it should be renamed Big Brother.
Dear BBC, why don't you get Irish comedian Ed Byrne to do a documentary about ladies' pants?
Dear Dave, have you seen Phil? Yours, Bob.
Dear Embarrassing Bodies, I'm a man trapped inside a woman's body. I got mixed up between superglue and lube.
Dear Dave Jarvu, have you seen Phil Jarvu? Yours, Bob Jarvu.
Dear BBC, where can I get one of those blurred number plates you always see on television?
Dear Embarrassing Bodies, I think there may be something wrong with my penis. I've enclosed it in an envelope for you to
Dear BBC, why have you changed the name of Snog, Marry, Avoid to Three Men in a Boat?
Who can tell me what's going on here?
Oh, is that Barack Obama playing pretzel buckaroo?
Or is Barack shaking the hand of the very pretzel that choked George W. Bush?
It's like a German version of Come Dine With Me. Angela has broken all the plates and is serving the pretzels on a mug tray.
Is Angela Merkel saying to Barack Obama, well, Barack, you must prepare for the worst? Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Welcome to 1970s comedy.
They also, the FBI x-rayed his sausages and his pretzel before he was allowed to eat them. Presumably, obviously, because a wayward pretzel led to the demise, you know, almost of George Bush, and a wayward sausage almost led to the demise of Bill Clinton.
Almost then. Everyone looks happy, apart from Angela Merkel's husband, who looks like he's attempting to move the pretzels with his mind.
Because he liked the fact the guy didn't just have a brush on his hat, but he jazzed it up with 4 badges as well. It's quite enough.
That's amazing.
When you wear a hat like that, you don't expect there to be 5 other people at the table wearing that hat. Turn up and go, you got to be joking. I made this myself out of stuff I found in the garden. You can't possibly... Oh.
The danger of drinking at 11 in the morning at the G7 is that by the time you get to the final communique, it reads, I love you. This is the best G7 I've ever been to.
Dear Putin, miss you.
Do you reckon they had to do that thing because, like, the others hadn't turned up? Obama had to text David Cameron and said, I'd get on it on the train, mate. Because we are going to be hammered by the time you get here. I'd get a couple of those small gin and tonics if I was you, because Angela is almost sideways already.
Hang on, is this the G7 where 5 of the others have yet to arrive?
Yeah, but
Obama's just kind of sitting with Mr. and Mrs. Merkel going, where are you? We said 11 o'clock. Am I the man with the squirrel hat? What are you? I'm on my own? What are you doing? Don't leave me here on my own?
He's having a nice time. No breakfast is ever made better by Stephen Harper or David Cameron showing up to it. It's not like he's waiting to start the party when Cameron gets there.
Oi, oi!
From the other side, they all turn, and Cameron's like, what is... Here it comes!
Strutting down, knocking pretzels out of people's hands. Just fucking hat.
I bet Cameron's got 7 nickname T-shirts in the back of his bag.
Misdemeanor.
Captain Austerity's here.
The Merchster, put it on, put it on, put it on.
You go put it on, you put it on the Merchster. He's like that, he does bring the party. So who was noticeably absent from the G7?
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, and he would bring the party.
He would.
Check emails again. Maybe in junk folder there is invitation.
That's the saddest picture I've ever seen. I think out of shot he's looking at one of those brush hats that he bought for the event.
That's why they had beers. That's why they had beers early, so they could go, oh, mate, you missed the best one ever. He was wasted by 3 o'clock. I got off with Merkel.
I like to think that... Because Putin's not going to take it very well, but I like to think that he had his own G1 summit.
He said only an insane man in a dream would think that Russia would attack NATO. And you wondered, actually, whether he had, in fact, had that dream himself. And he was giving the rest of the world a bit of a heads-up on his current mental state.
Yeah, because he's insane. That'd be like, you can't say that about yourself. That'd be like saying, only a total legend to come back from the bar with 8 Jaeger bombs.
Oh, David Cameron, you've done it again. Wait, there's only 6 here. It's a long walk. Boom! We come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics, then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is rejected exam questions.
History. Did I delete it?
If cycling 10 miles a day uses up 400 calories, explain why Boris Johnson is still a fat bastard.
If the sun is 93 million miles away, how can that cost £32 in an Uber?
Where is Greece? Is it A, the southern Mediterranean, or B, up shit creek?
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Using examples of Michelangelo's work, write 500 words on why he was the best turtle.
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Question A. Media studies. Is it a real subject? Question B. Is it?
Using a compass and ruler, draw perfect cock and balls.
Is this a rhetorical question?
You may now commence your anal sex exam. Please turn over.
Explain how UKIP became a major force in British politics without using the word wanker.
If Jay-Z is unfortunate enough to have a problem with a bitch, how many problems does Jay-Z now have?
Aggravated violence, question 1. Why might you use a bit of rubber hosepipe? No marks.
What colour is this dress? White and gold or black and blue? Discuss.
If a train leaves the station at the correct time and arrives at its destination at the correct time, how cool would that be?
Chemistry. Me, you. Is there any?
Unlikely things to hear on Doctor Who.
When I was giving you a quote as your cleaner, Doctor, I was giving you a quote from the outside.
No, there isn't going to be a new doctor. I'm being replaced by a helpline.
That is the last time we park the TARDIS outside the Portaloos at Glastonbury.
Davros, we meet again. Oh, Lord Sugar, I'm so sorry.
Hey, saw you from across the TARDIS, and I think I regenerated in my pants.
Doctor, you must help me. I think I'm a pair of curtains.
Tragic news about the Ood. There's been a terrible flood. They tried to escape into the wood, but it didn't do any good, and now they're all dooed.
No, I'm a doctor who works for the World Health Organization.
Yes, I mainly hang around young women. Yes, I was on television in the 1970s. Where are you going with this?
You've got to believe me, Clara. This is our best chance. Now, unzip my flies and I'll explain later.
Let's go forward in time by an hour. Then we get a quid off the pizza.
Now, the first thing to remember on planet Xenon is turn off data roaming.
We are 10 million years in the future. H.G. Wells has just got married.
You are the doctor. I am the tracheotomy patient.
I am the doctor. I am 1,200 years old. And this is my assistant, who's 27.
Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the first subject is jobs. Who wants to come out? Reese.
I've got a job. Yeah, I'm not resigning. And
My job is this, which still counts, Dad. This is a good job. It's not perfect. It's not the best job in the world. I would never say that. Some people think it is. It's not, right? Best job in the world, community support officer. With no power comes no responsibility. Best job ever. Nothing is expected of you if you're a community support officer, right? If it's not writing down someone's details, then it is beyond your remit. That is 100%. It's just vigilante admin. That's all it is. You're a professional grass. That is your job. I got a leaflet through the post a few weeks ago advertising that job, right? It said, do you have what it takes to be the best? Will you stand up in the face of danger when no one else will? No? Then you should become a community support officer. In the hierarchy of law enforcement in this country, it goes Army, Police, British Transport Police, Ticket Inspector, Traffic Warden, Park Ranger, Dinner Lady, Kid wearing Nike trainers, Kid wearing Adidas trainers, Community Support Officer, Kid wearing Umbro.
Well done. Reese. OK, that leaves with Gary. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel again. The topic is technology. OK, where you go.
The young couple next door to me have recently made a sex tape. I mean, obviously, they don't know that yet. The hardest part of making skimmed milk must be throwing the cows across the lake. The guy next to me at work used to watch porn all day. I'm just glad he didn't begin to rub off on me. I think if I was to try revenge porn, I'd just post naked pictures of myself online so everybody would know how low my ex's standards were. When answering the security question, place of birth, apparently vagina is not an acceptable answer. It's been a tough week. I got myself a memory foam mattress and now it's trying to blackmail me. I've currently got a stalker, but you probably can't tell in these trousers. A friend of mine was killed by the big sea. He was walking past Curry's and a sign fell on his head. I was watching TV and the announcer said there's a documentary about the clitoris on the red button, but I couldn't find it. Thank you.
Very, very good. Point there for David. Come on back. Hello and welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. Joining me this week are Andy Parsons, Joe Caulfield and Greg Davis, Chris Addison, Hugh Dennis and Gary Delaney. We start with a round call. If this is the answer, what is the question? On the board are 6 categories. Gary, which category would you like?
Media, please, Dara. OK,
your category is media. The answer is 600 metres. What is the question?
Is it... if Kelvin Mackenzie was to do a bungee jump from a height of 500 metres, what length rope should he be given?
Is it, in fact, what head start would I need if I was competing against Usain Bolt in the 100 metres?
Is it simpler than that? Is it how big are some trees, Dara?
No trees are simpler.
Is it how far is the Queen's bed from her ensuite bathroom?
How far away can Boris Johnson smell of custard cream?
Is it, in fact, how far can the Proclaimers walk now?
Is it at what distance is Theresa May attractive?
None of the rest of us could do that, but good to have you on board.
Is it when kicking Chris Brown in the bollocks, exactly how long a run-up should you take?
Is it Proportionally, if a clown's nose was the size of Dara's head, how long would his shoes be?
How long was the longest runner bean ever grown at the Fukushima nuclear plant?
Is it, in fact, how long would your penis be if all the products in the spam emails worked?
Is it what is the delivery radius of a relatively unambitious pizza company?
Sorry, will we choose the correct answer, please?
Is it the distance that Prince Philip sprinted to get hold of a copy of the French magazine Closer? Am I close?
You can be closer.
Is it, in fact, the distance that they were taking shots of Kate topless?
That is absolutely right. Thank you very, very much, Andy Parker. Yes, the question I was looking for was, from what approximate distance did a photographer take pictures of the Duchess of Cambridge sunbathing topless? This is the news that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have taken legal action against French magazine Closer, which has printed topless photographs of Kate. It's called, I don't know, the French call it Closer for some reason. We have a French woman working the show, and I'm going, sure, it's Closet. She goes, no, Closer. A French court has blocked future publication of the pictures in France, but they've already been published in Italy and Ireland.
There's loads of royals who've been snapped naked, haven't they? Obviously Harry, you know, now Kate, then we had Andrew before that, Charles before that, Countess of Wessex. I mean, there have been, in fact, so many of them, I think they should persuade a few more of them to do it, and then they could release a charity calendar.
The thing is, isn't it? It is terrible, it's unjustifiable, it's immoral, but I quite want to see the pictures.
Are you saying you haven't seen them yet?
I haven't. I've seen fuzzy versions of them on the...
I think they're all fuzzy. The pictures were taken from the Hubble telescope.
From the Hubble telescope.
What I found intriguing was I think, I don't know what everyone was, I was certainly waiting for the next time she appeared in public to see if she would acknowledge what had happened to the cameras. And she didn't. She just did the same smile that she always does. Because if someone had photographed my meat and two veg, I probably would have come out and gone...
I think the whole thing is just making a mountain out of two molehills.
That's a good point.
I'd probably be better, I think, the BBC preferred if we didn't descend into judging the woman's breasts. That would be the incorrect direction.
I think she's annoyed because, and every woman's had this on holiday, because I've looked at the photos, and they're at that awkward angle. When you're topless, you've got to stay at a certain position or it's not attractive, and she's in that reaching for the sun cream position. That's what she's annoyed about. You know, we've all got those photos, like my Uncle Terry, where he popped out of his shorts.
But do you think...
I didn't see that edition of Closer. Joe's Uncle Terry pops out of the shops and his shorts.
Do you think she's genuinely worried about it, though? Don't you think there's just one tiny... Well, do you think there's just one tiny bit of her that's thinking, you know, where's my sister's arse now, then, eh?
OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to read in a political memoir.
So we were playing Truth or Dare, and I didn't want to tell the truth, so I shagged Edwina Curry.
Big Ben struck 12 and stopped. Thank God. My buttocks were on fire.
I thought I'd pressed the button that summoned the tea lady. Imagine my surprise when it turned out I'd bombed Russia.
I think the greatest thing about meeting the Queen was listening to him singing Candle in the Wind.
Yeah. Say what you like about Robert Mugabe, but that moustache makes all the difference to foreplay.
I suspected that John Prescott was having an affair when the four legs of his desk came through the ceiling above me.
I was actually at college with Saddam Hussein. We were at Sussex together doing chemistry and combined inhumanities.
At the start, there were 3 women in the cabinet, 5 in the cellar and 2 under the patio.
Deciding to go to war was one of the tensest games of eeny, meeny, miny, mo I have ever played.
We'd sometimes break up boring cabinet meetings by convincing David Blunkett he was black.
Oh, when we got into Bosnia, the first thing we did was get the United Nations troops setting up trestle tables with plates of cheese straws and sausage rolls. But it turns out we were supposed to provide a buffer, not a buffet.
John Prescott, a book by me.
Take that, you bastard, he said. No one fucks with Mahatma Gandhi.
The next round is called Between the Lines and features Hugh and Frankie. Would you please make your way to the press pit? Frankie, this week you are soccer superstar David Beckham introduced himself to the many fans of LA Galaxy. Hugh will tell us what he really means.
I'm glad to have this opportunity to let you know what I'm thinking. It's great to have left Real Madrid.
I hate Poland.
I've bought a house in LA, right by the big Hollywood sign.
I'd love to know what it says.
Brooklyn has settled in well at an American school.
He shot someone.
My wife knows how much I love her.
I sent her a text by mistake.
I was surprised to learn that I was wanted by Scientology.
I didn't know they had a team.
Tom Cruise's wife, Katie, is always advising us to hire more staff.
She keeps sending me notes saying, get help.
Very good. Well done to both of them. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched the Wheel of News, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. The first subject is festivals. Who wants to come in on that? Kevin.
Festivals. Nice picture there. That's actually me on your left. So, I was at a Christian rock festival. I never really meant to be there. I was just passing through this Christian rock festival and there was a stall set up that said a free toastie for all of God's children. So I thought, shame on. I said, how's it going, mate? Can I have a toastie? And the guy said, are you a Christian? And I thought, well, if I'm not a Christian, am I not getting a toastie? That's not very Christian. And with this, the guy crumbled. And stood back to reveal a chalkboard and he said, OK, you can have cheese or cheese and ham. And I thought, I'll just cheese, mate, because I'm a Jew.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is family. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
So, it wasn't easy growing up trying to be a little liberal kid in the most right-wing family in the whole of my town. My dad was the most right-wing person I knew, but always quick to point out, I'm not racist, but. That was the danger word. I'm not racist, but. Or the latest remix, which is even more innocuous and dangerous. All I want to do is have a sensible discussion about immigration. Yeah? Isn't it? All right, no one with that face wants a sensible discussion about anything. I just want to have a sensible little chat in the back of that transit van over there, yeah? Me and my brothers, the rest of your family, Mr. Woolham, whatever your bloody name is, mate, yeah? Get in the van, right? My dad even managed to be prejudiced about my first car decision. How do you even achieve that? By British or German. Do not bring Crappanese onto my driveway, boy. Not only that, but I chose a hybrid car. Part electric, part petrol, papa, right? Another question mark hanging over my sexuality. It's the noise of it when it drove off. Thanks for Sunday lunch. Bye, Daddy.
Well done, good mark. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs.
I used to work at a Christian rock festival selling toasties. The best day was when I sold this Jewish bloke some yellow ham. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to collect us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman, it's just you never knew which day he was going to come. The rest of my family were police marksmen. Apart from my grandfather, he was a bank robber. He died quite recently, surrounded by his family. My uncle, he's a police frogman. No, sorry, he's a French policeman. I used to work in a supermarket. It was my job to hand out samples of things for people to taste. But I was asked to leave after the little cups of bleach incident. After that, I worked in a pathology lab, but I was asked to leave after one of my reports said cause of death, autopsy.
Now we play a round called Trump Around, Trump Around, Trump Up, and Get Down. This game involves John and James. If you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is home life. Who wants to come in that?
So, my girlfriend went away for 4 weeks to Australia, and in the run-up to her going away, she was very concerned about how we'd cope. I sort of less worried about that. I'll be honest with you, what I was mainly thinking in the run-up to my girlfriend going to Australia for 4 weeks was... Lads, down the pub! That's a pint glass, by the way. Turns out they've moved on. Their girlfriends aren't away, their kids exist. And my flat is now just turned into a blank, grief-walled cell of despair because I see it without my girlfriend in it for the first time. And so my mind just begins to fill with all the everyday things that lose their magic without her, because that's what I think love is. It's a domestic thing. The other day, she was emptying the bin, and I knew it was going to split because she doesn't buy heavy-duty bin bags because she doesn't listen to me. She's lifting out the bin, and I can see the main sort of bulk of the refuse is staying there. Meanwhile, the bag itself is just stretching, getting clearer and clearer till it's little more than a shadow. And I think, well, that bag is going to split, but I can't tell her because I've learned. I hear this shrill cry. It's a sound that I've not heard my girlfriend make before, because I'm not much in the bedroom. And I thought, well, that bin bag split, hasn't it? Time to go and lighten the atmos with a few choice quips about why we use heavy-duty bin bags.
John Robbins. OK, that leaves us with James. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is cinema. Where you go?
Speaking of the cinema, Sarah Pascoe's an idiot. Love going to the cinema. My favourite film I ever saw at the cinema was the Eddie Redmayne classic, The Theory of Everything. I loved it. It should have been called Look Who's Hawking. That's my only criticism. No, it was perfect. Worst part of going to the cinema is other people. Easily. I'm sitting there. King of the Jerks is behind me. This really angry man. Had a go at me at one point because I was snacking. Get over yourself, Grandad. I'll do what I like. In his defence, I was eating a big bag of fortune cookies. Cracking them open, reading them out loud. It was disruptive. It was disruptive. End of this film, man behind me goes, ugh, that's 2 hours of my life I'm not getting back. I thought, oh, got some bad news for this guy. Every hour of your life. So now you're never getting back. They're gone forever. Time is not refundable. Death is the end. And I know that because 5 minutes earlier, I'd read it in a fortune cookie.
Thank you very much, James A. Carter. James Ryan, the fourth goes John Robbins. What weird modern-day inventions have been in the news this week?
There's a bracelet they've invented that shocks you if you don't go to the gym when you said you were going to go to the gym.
Yes, it's called it's a wristband, with a Pavlov wristband, and it gives you a motivational zap if you haven't. It tells you GPS-wise. It senses that you're in the gym or wherever you said you're going to be, or at the meeting you're supposed to be at, and it gives you an electric shock if you've not.
I don't think motivational and zap go together, really, do they?
It's basically a watch for masochists, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, it's like, oh, I've been a bad boy. Oh, I don't think I've quite been bad enough. Turn it up a bit more. Oh, I wonder if I put this on my penis, how this is going to work.
You wouldn't need to... Just make sure you're not down to 2%, you'll be all right.
You're saying if you go to the wrong website, it'll give you a little shock so you don't go on the website.
Yes, it
but
does
surely
do
if you
that.
go on a website that you shouldn't really be on, you just delete history, don't you? I mean, the tricky bit is not deleting history. The tricky bit is then going on all the innocuous websites afterwards so as it doesn't look like you've deleted history. That's the tricky bit, isn't it?
History seems to be very empty in this computer, because
Yeah,
I saw you on it all evening yesterday.
Yeah, I never touched the delete
I've never
history.
asked like that, yeah. Yes. Private browsing, Andy, private browsing. My favourite member of the Army Corps, private browsing. Good afternoon, private browsing. Are you on duty again? I certainly am, I shall be protecting you from any inappropriate sites. Private browsing, reporting for duty. Pants down, private browsing in here.
I shall protect your browsing while you shop for gifts for your wife. Because that is apparently what private browsing was invented for.
I love that. Oh, I mean, I've got private browsing on because I'm shopping for some gifts for my wife. Oh, really? You seem to be buying her pornography. Are you sure this is the gift she particularly wants? Private browsing. Reporting for
She
duty.
told me that her favourite film as a child was Double Fist and Kiss.
Private browsing isn't happy with it. Private browsing has never had to work under these conditions before. He's mainly used for shopping for gifts.
Private browsing is retraining as an electrician.
Why did you leave the army? Oh, the things I saw. I saw some things. I saw some things.
You weren't
in the
there,
army.
man.
You weren't there. You weren't there. You didn't see what I saw. The first casualty of war, my friend. Your private browsing, the first casualty of war is innocence. Private browsing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know anything like Benny Hill. Private browsing. At your service.
Benny Hill.
Madam.
Benny Hill would do.
No, it'd be like, you know, what's it, the paper clip that would appear. It's even legit.
You look like you're buying some pornography.
Small animated soldier came out and said, "Do you want to look at the porn?" Private Browser going to help you with that. I'm amusing myself here. It's the last record of a long summer, you know. Literally, I've got to enjoy this because in 3 days' time I'll be going, over the next 12 weeks, 20 candidates will be putting themselves on sugar.
Private Browsing's going to get some visitors.
He's going to get some fucking hammering.
I think your penis is going to get some corporal punishment.
There'll be some major damage and general recklessness. What do you, Trent and Colonel Abrams?
That was it.
Sorry, we'll bring it back. Lost it. Stop. Colonel Abrams is great, though. None of you remember... Do any of you even remember Colonel Abrams? Anyway, he sang a song called Trapped. It was really good.
I can't get out. I'm trapped like a fool. I'm in a cage.
I'm like a man in a cage. I'm so in love with you, love with you, love with you. Sorry, would you like me to carry on with the show? Sorry. Yeah, whatever.
You boys have got a shared past we can only imagine about.
On lighter things to hear on a TV talent show.
Tonight, I'm going to be climbing a step ladder.
You're right. I can't sing. Thanks.
I'd like to dedicate this song to a friend of mine who was run over last week and is in hospital. The wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round.
I've got an ability that no one on this planet has. That's Ant, that's Dec.
It was like Elvis was in the building. You're fat and there's a stench of death.
Oh, Peter, it's not what everyone would call entertainment, but you are one hell of an assassin.
I thought you hit the high notes really, really well. Be interesting to see if you can still do that when I haven't got your nuts in a clamp.
Oh, where's my double act partner? Oh, he's in here. Feeling nothing more than feeling, trying to hold.
When you said you were going to ride a donkey...
Yes, I have been on the show before. I was once trapped in somebody else's underpants, going, feeling.
That was an exceptional performance, and the way that you have overcome your blindness is truly inspirational. But this is a chip shop, the X Factor audition.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're all terrible, OK? All of you, you're completely dreadful. I don't know what you're doing. Especially you, Hasselhoff. What have you done since Baywatch?
And as well as that, I can unzip the top of my head. It's where I keep my pyjamas.
I know you said you were a Gary Glitter tribute act, but we weren't expecting you to do that.
OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is alternative medicine. Can I have a volunteer to talk about that? Andy.
Apparently, a lot of people trying to get into therapy at the moment. Other people knocking it, saying, you know, oh, well, you should just lose your inhibitions, talk about your problems to your friends. I thought I'd try this. I talked about my problems to my friends for a whole hour. Lost my inhibitions, also lost my friends. I now tell my problems to taxi drivers. 2 advantages in this. 1, it stops the taxi driver from telling you his problems. And 2, it's amazing how much quicker you get to your bloody destination.
Well done, Andy Parsons. OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is the media. Who wants to come into that? Russell.
I'll do that. I'd see, you know, the way I like getting the news is Radio 5 Live. It's fantastic. 'Cause it's just news and nutters, isn't it? They'll read out, like, that was the Pope's view on abortion, and then, hello, Felicity Puddleduck here, livid and ill-informed. I'd just like to say those harlots who give birth to their children aged 2 that charge you to national service. I'm off to bake a cake. And you sat there listening, then the next night, David, are you out of your mind? Cloning? Think it through. 2 versions of me. Want to go out and commit a crime. Who gets blamed for it? Me! I'm doing a 20 string. He's banging my wife. Where's the justice? And you sat there listening to these nutters, and then the most ridiculous story. A man in Bristol's found the face of Jesus on a crisp. And suddenly, I couldn't believe it. I opened up my frazzles. There he was.
Russell Howard. What honour was the actor Nicolas Cage given this year?
Oh, Nicolas Cage, right? He's actually going to be able to turn the Christmas lights on in Bath.
This, by the way, aren't the lights in Bath. This is...
Apparently, what happened was...
Those are the lights in Dundee.
Somebody actually put a note through his door. He's got a house in Bath, and he's agreed to turn on the lights. I put a note through Cheryl Cole's door, and apparently that's a matter for the police.
Do you know what's really weird about this story?
Not only is it incredible that they've got Nicolas Cage to do it, but also there must have been an incredibly uneasy phone call to Barry Chuckle. Yeah, sorry, Barry, Nicolas Cage is doing it.
Well,
maybe they gave him a part in an action movie where he knocks out Vin Diesel by turning round quickly with a plank.
Do you know what's really awkward about this story? This is genuinely true. Until last week, I was doing it.
Really?
I was there. Yeah. And then from nowhere, Cage has just jumped. It's funny. All my relatives like, do you want us to sort him out? No, I don't want you to sort him out. Because we'll go around there and mess him up. Don't mess him up.
Because you were originally up for the part in Face Off as well, weren't you?
And what's really funny about it is the lady that posted the letter through the door is the exact lady that went, oh, we'd love you to do it. You'd be great. And then I read in the paper, without even telling me, this big Nicholas... You bitch!
About 10 years ago, I switched on the Christmas lights in Kidderminster.
Wow!
And because I've been rude.
There are Christmas lights in Kidderminster.
Yeah, there are.
Were you asked to do this?
Yeah, because I've been rude.
We had Bruce Willis!
We've been rude about Kidderminster on television. Got a letter from the Kidderminster Tourist Board or whatever saying, would you come and switch on the Christmas lights? So you think, well, that'd be great, I'd love to do that. But you don't actually do it. Because what they do is they give you one of those enormous pretend switches, right? And you have to kind of go like this on a balcony to a crowd below, and you kind of go, we're going to press the thing now. And you press it, and as you press it, a bloke in a room behind turns on a switch. So you're not doing it.
So hang on a minute, so that bloke's going to be me. I'm going to be the
Yeah.
Right. So you were asked to do it because you were rude about
Because I was rude about Kidderminster. I also did a joke once about Wolverhampton and got invited on a tour of Wolverhampton.
I'm thinking bigger than that. If I slag off Jessica Alba, do I get a tour of Jessica Alba?
Well, apparently Bristol wanted to have Bruce Willis switching on their lights, but then they remembered that he tends to get into a lot of trouble around Christmas time.
I preferred French over chemistry because the chemistry teacher and I just didn't have any, rapport.
Let's spin the wheel. And subject is music.
We don't know much about Galileo. He was a poor boy from a poor family. I live in a grade 2 listed building, which of course means that everyone in it has to be quite good at the piano. I'd like to take the band ABBA out for lunch, and if I could, I would, my friend. Fernando's.
OK, that leaves us with Gary. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. OK, the topic is health. Where you go?
I'm a lot sportier than I might look. In fact, I picked up a little niggle at the gym the other day. I mean, he pronounces it Nigel. I had a very stressful journey getting here today. All the way, this lorry driver was right up my arse. But it was nice of him to give me a lift. I spent most of the afternoon hanging out at the swimming baths. And then somebody told me and I tucked it back in again. I put on a lot of weight recently, so I rang up Weight Watchers. I said, it's an emergency. Can you send somebody round? And they said, yes, we can. We got loads of those.
Leadership.
Leadership looks fun, but it's stressful. Just look at anyone leading a conga. On the outside, it looks brilliant, having a great time all the time, just... Yes, you bloody are. Yes, you bloody are, mate. In their heads, just going, I don't know where I'm going. I didn't plan a route. I never asked for any of this. God, I miss my family. Everyone's trapped in the conga.
The topic is school.
You are looking at a very proud Canadian who's very proud of the education system in Canada. No, I was horrible in school. I failed math so many times I can't even count. I preferred French over chemistry because the chemistry teacher and I just didn't have any, rapport. One teacher said I'd be a better student if I spent less time flirting. I immediately jumped off his lap. One teacher used to always say I wasn't very observant, but you know what? That was his or her opinion. I was going to join the debating team, but someone talked me out of it. In high school, I was voted most likely to reminisce.
I'm driving you mad here. The question was, what state was the Thames whale said to be in? Sorry, I'll do that again, because I keep saying Thames because I'm Irish.
I think that was absolutely fine, Dara. I wouldn't worry about doing that again, that bit.
OK, well, we'll move on. It is, just to check, sorry, it is... It's
Thames. That's
Thames.
right.
It's Thames.
It's the River Thames.
OK, all right. What state was the famous... the Thames whale said to be in when it arrived in London? Yeah. OK, yeah, I will do it properly, all right? The question is, what state was the Thames...
You've hit the Thames barrier, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah. The question is, what state was the Thames whale said to be in when it arrived in London? I'm sorry. Come with this. Let's do it again. Does anyone know just the amount of shouting there is in my earpiece going, could we please move on? Could we?
Is there any chance we could not do the entire recording about how Goring killed himself by first extracting a cyanide tablet from his own feces? Is there any chance, Dara, you could take some control over the show so it's broadcastable at some stage? Could you? They're even shouting at this bit. Stop doing the bit where you mock us for shouting in their ear.
Things you wouldn't hear in a nature show.
Well, that was a sticky moment. Last time I tickle a sperm whale.
It's been said that male cows don't defecate, but as you can see, that's bullshit.
The best way to tell the difference between an Indian and an African elephant is that one of them is an elephant.
Hello, I'm not an elephant.
Told you.
The baboon is one of the most sophisticated primates. Would you look at the arse on that?
And the reason why geese fly in a V formation is to act as chevrons for airplanes.
Coming up, a couple of rhinos banging and some monkeys finger blasting each other on extremely blue planets.
And what a magnificent scene. The monkey is lifting the lion cub towards the sun, and I'm being removed from the theatre for talking.
Dawn rises on the Serengeti. Dawn has no idea how she got there.
The gibbon is widely considered to be the most frequent masturbator in the entire animal kingdom. We'll see about that.
Hello, mates! I'm Daddy Dyer, and welcome to Britain's longest dogs.
The camel can walk across the sand because of its toes, or, as scientists call them, fanny outlines.
And here we have a tiger happily eating Frosties. Tonight's episode is dedicated to the memory of our cameraman, Charles Frosties.
And here we see two majestic birds of prey, or nuns, as they're also called.
Here we have a woodchuck, also known as a groundhog, prompting the question, how much ground could a groundhog hog if a groundhog could hog ground?
As the three lions circle the female, we ask, when will footballers learn that no means no?
The crab scuttles into view. I should have used the special shampoo again.
And today we'll be talking about one of the largest land mammals to ever walk the earth, your mum.
Topic is unlikely lines from a horror film.
I know what you did last summer because you keep posting all your boring shit on Facebook.
Gee, I'd rather you not say zombie. The term now is differently alive.
I have a message from the other side. We have Bake Off now.
The ghosts are trying to say something to us. Old Kent Road. Community chest. Go to jet. Sorry, I didn't have time to get a Ouija board.
Oh my God! Everybody, run! Oh no, it's just some fat prick with a Nerf gun.
I think you mean a broken Nerf gun. For example, this bit shouldn't do this.
It's alive! It's alive! Oh, no, sorry, it is dead. I really am an awful vet.
I'm afraid I have no choice but to kill you, because I've already chosen to shag and marry your two friends.
28 days later, a horrifying journey of a man going from Three Bridges to East Croydon with Southern.
I see dead people. Oh no, my bad, it's Keith Richards.
Get back, you demons! You devils! Get away, Satan's spawn! Back from whence you came!
That was the party political broadcast on behalf of the UK Independence Party.
Here's Johnny, and then I'm going to put it on my willy, and then we're going to have sexy.
Sir, there's been another attack by the undead in Wimbledon. No, not zombies this time. Zombles.
A seance? No. I've been pronouncing it seance.
Next topic is unlikely things to hear at Christmas.
Oh, John, thank you so much for my electric toothbrush. No, it's everything I wanted and more. Oh, you got lots of nectar points on it. Good.
Get the fork and take a pew. This might run for a while.
Oh, Sarah, a holiday to Barbados? That's going to help in the fight against plaque.
It's Christmas. Today? Are you sure? The shops have kept that very quiet.
Oh, look, everyone's eating all the nuts I've bought. I should buy some more.
Leg or breast? I'd really rather you just put your clothes back on, Greg.
I'd just like to reassure everyone that the sponsorship deal will have no effect on this year's nativity. Now, Joseph, if you could just pop Jesus in the Pret a Manger.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Christmas with a vegan.
This is your Christmas and birthday present. Yes, it is a turkey with 16 candles stuck in it.
We always have a goose here at Christmas. I don't know why, really. Its conversation's terrible and it shits all over the floor.
No, not calm down, Alfred. Did you hear what they were singing? Jingle bells, Batman smells. That's not the original lyrics. They wrote that to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, a good tip for sprouts is to slice them very thinly, drizzle them in olive oil, throw them in the bin and drink a bottle of red wine.
50 Shades of Grey. Yes, I'm well good at charades. Put your top back on, Nan.
I just wish that Monopoly lasted longer.
Yeah, I said it!
Gay!
Yes, little Annabelle, I did say we were going to see the snowman, but I should have explained the snowman is what I call my coke dealer.
What the fuck is eggnog?
Boom, there you go. And I'm sending out Christmas wishes to everybody. Christmas wishes! Take my Christmas wish in the head! Go on! Oh, for God's sake, this is the least festive one of these we've ever done. We start with a round called Headliners. Here's a picture of Prime Minister Gordon Brown with his immediate predecessor, Tony Blair. But what does BMCB stand for?
Is it Brown's Mental Complete Breakdown?
or is it just Britain's Mr. Charisma Bypass?
Is it Blair makes chimp body pop?
Is it Brown's man boobs captivate Blair?
Is it Blundering Morons Crucifixion Begins?
Well, is it just bollocks, my career's buggered?
Sometimes that's all satire needs to be.
If you look like uncles dancing at a wedding, I would go with British men can't boogie.
Yes. or is it...
I've still got it! I've still got it! You show them. You show them.
It could be Blair might come back.
Oh!
Very serious.
There's an interesting reaction. That came from a dark place, didn't it?
Somebody over there was sharpening a scythe.
OK, I'm going to steer you towards the correct answer.
I think it's Blair. Blair's memo criticises Brown.
I'll accept that as an answer. Well done.
You'll accept it. This is the right answer or not?
But what does BGMC stand for?
Is it British Gas Managers Celebrate?
Is it British Games Much Crapper?
Is it bottled gas meets cigarette?
I know this one, actually. It's Barry George, Merry Christmas.
Is it bullshit generated on a Mac computer?
Is it? Do you think that's how they did it? It's all Photoshop.
That's why they had so many people dancing. They just did one of them and then did Control-V, 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 Control-V,
It was an empty stadium with just George Bush. Is it... I've got one. Is it Bob Geldof meets Christ?
Are you sure it's not barbecue's gone massively cockeyed?
Is it properly Beijing Games most costly, I would have thought?
Yes, it is. Very good. Well done, you, Jack. Here's a picture of Michael Jackson. But what does JFNG stand for?
Is it Jackson's face needs grouting?
Jackson finds nose gone, possibly.
Juvenile fears now grow?
Jury found in Neverland Garden.
Jackson found near Grimsby. He's starting a new life. Starting a new life in Grimsby, or Grimethorpe, possibly, where he decided to join the colliery band. Because he likes being near miners.
You know, he's now set up a website and a wristband that says "Make Puberty History."
That's just for legal reasons. He was found innocent, by the way.
No. Yeah, we're not disputing that, are we?
No, I think what they meant was not guilty enough.
Did you see the bit after the verdict came out when the announcer on the BBC went, "At least Jackson can now get back to living a normal life." as he rides out of the courtroom on a talking gorilla. Oh, it's back to normality.
But I was hoping that he'd be found guilty just so that you could see people outside with those banners saying "I love Michael," just gradually and awkwardly putting them down.
Tea? Just a cup of tea. I'll leave that there.
Slowly taking off the one white glove. Get off. Damn, it's stuck on my hand. I can't do it.
It seems to all come down to that one juror that said, "Oh, I just didn't like the way that the mother of the boy clicked her fingers at me."
Oh, yeah.
That's not enough.
And he would have actually been found guilty if he was black, I reckon.
I'll give you a clue. The J stands for Jackson.
Is it found not guilty?
Yes, it is, of course. The action is Jackson found not guilty. Well done, Hugh. Give him an applause. We start with a round called Headliners. Here's a picture of Prime Minister Gordon Brown in buoyant mood, but what does ROCB stand for?
Is it what he looks like when he smiles? Is it really old, creepy baby?
Is he just really desperate about his election chances now? He's only got one thing he can do, and he's going, right, OK, call Batman.
Is it ruined our country, bastard?
Is he just giving a weather forecast? Is it rain, occasional cloud, blizzards?
There's a row over Cameron's bedroom. He's already in there, measuring up for curtains.
What are you doing? Do you think he's actually just found a way to solve the national debt? Is he going, rollover could be billions?
Is he going, there's a robin on the corner of the building?
It would be nice. It would be nice if he just got more distracted by wildlife. That would be quite sweet.
He's just trying to draw attention from the polls. No, there's a robin on the corner of the building.
It's a true purpose. It's a true purpose that your government's in chaos. Is that a challenge?
Is it what he's going to do on May the 6th? Is it going to be removals ordered, cab booked?
Would I be right in thinking the art was something to do with recession,
It would,
Dara?
yes, you would be right.
Is it recession over complete bullshit?
It is not that. You're halfway there, remarkably.
Listen, that was lovely, the unemployed people. That's it, yeah. We live in Poundland.
Is it recession over confirms Brown?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Well done. Very good.
He always does it like that.
First round is called Headliners. Here's a picture of some cattle enjoying the British countryside in happier times. But what does FAMB stand for?
Is it Farmers Assemble Massive Barbecues?
Farmers are miserable bastards.
Is it fantastic? 1,000,000 burgers.
It's actually to do with their earrings. It's actually Frisians admire Mildred's bling.
Farm animals must burn.
That's probably as close as you're going to get. At the point of seeing too literally minded, would somebody like to tell me the answer actually isn't? And here's a clue. FAM probably stands for foot and mouth.
Foot and mouth back.
Absolutely right. Well done, Hugh. Congratulations.
There we go. Very good.
The answer I was looking for was foot and mouth back. The disease was diagnosed in cattle at farms in Surrey and is the first outbreak since the epidemic of 2001 that cost the country an estimated £8 billion. Here's a picture of American presidential candidate Barack Obama meeting Gordon Brown this week. But what does BOTE stand for?
Is it Brown overdoes the ecstasy?
Is it Brown orders tango enema?
I think
you know when you've had a tango enema.
I think it is probably Britain's oddest twins exposed.
Is it Brown impersonates cricket umpires?
Yeah.
Not taking the game seriously. Take the game seriously,
It's very
Micah.
difficult to get all the letters right.
You're not getting the rules of this at all, are you?
It's very hard to get the letters according to the words.
That's why it's a quiz.
Is Gordon Brown watching Bill Oddie's tit extravaganza?
To be honest, that is a TV show that needs to be made.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Is it Brown's old Todger explodes?
If it is, it's a shame that they didn't get that in the picture. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
I've got one that fits, I think.
Do the letters match the words you're going to say?
Is it? I thought today we could have actually had Carol Vorderman reveal the letters. She needs the work.
Is it Brown orders tree explosion?
Tree explosion?
I think there's very little we can do to help you.
Is it Barack Obama tours Europe?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
very good. Very good. The answer I was looking for is Barack Obama tours Europe. This refers to the presidential candidate's recent whistle-stop tour. After visiting Berlin and Paris, he ended his trip in Britain, where he met Gordon Brown, David Cameron and Tony Blair. Here's a picture of the effects of this summer's adverse weather. What does RFHB stand for?
Is it Reading faces hosepipe ban?
Is it Rivers flooded? Help! Batman!
Is it revenge for homosexuality and binging?
Is it rabbits found holding breath?
Is it rumour flooding has begun?
I think it's past a rumour at this stage. I like the gentle, soft sell approach you're taking.
Is it record floods hit Britain?
Well done, Andy. We start, as ever, with our round called Headliners. Here's a picture of former Prime Minister Tony Blair recently. But what does BGBC stand for?
Is it Britain's greatest bullshitter celebrates?
Is it, in fact, Blair's guilt-free, blood-stained conscience?
That was a lovely laugh.
Is he just suggesting what he thinks the next stage in the world should be, the next thing that should happen? Is it bomb Germany, bomb China?
Is it? That would have been an amazing turn in the inquiry. If you just randomly picked countries and went, yeah, if I was still in power, oh, yeah, you'd be gone.
Hey, gang, is it Blair? Great Britain's catastrophe. Oh, I'll go there.
Is it just a description of him? Is it like balder, greyer, besotted by cash?
Is it Blair given blue cordon? You see in the picture.
Oh, yeah, he has, yeah. Actually irritates me.
Is it, in fact, everything the British Army didn't have when we went to war? Bullets, guns, bombs, choppers.
Is it Bush's grinning bum chum?
Would somebody give me the answer?
Blair grilled by Chilcott.
Very good, well done, Andy. Here's a picture of the Prime Minister speaking recently. But what does CATL stand for?
Has he just gone really street? Is he saying, cuts and ting lack? I believe that's how people...
Yes. Is it CNA totally looted?
Is it, in fact, a lot of the stores that were looted that Cameron has never set foot in his life? Cost Cutter, Argos, Tesco's, Lidl.
Is it Cameron attempts tit lunge?
Samantha?
He's dancing. It looks like he's dancing. It's Cameron attempts the lambada.
Is it Cameron's a tosser? Lol.
Or is it much, much more simple? He's in a market, is he going, carrots and toms, lovely?
Is it actually more simple? Is it more simple? Go on. Is it, in fact, couldn't arrange a turd in a lavatory?
Do you often find yourself arranging turds in lavatories? Well, that has come out at entirely the wrong angle. This pleases me. Pass me the turd wrangling implement.
The correct answer, please.
Is it Cameron advocates tough love?
Very good, thank you very much, Dennis. Here's a picture of two of the world's most powerful men getting to know each other on a golf cart. But what does BCSR stand for?
Is it Buggy contains stupid redneck?
Is it Bush chooses Scottish rent boy?
Two very different tones.
Is it Bush can't spell relationship?
Is it blowjob cements special relationship?
Is it Bush coming, Scoob?
Rikes?
Is it brilliant chance, sniper required?
So the SR will be special relationship.
SR will be special relationship, yeah.
Is it Brown continues special relationship?
It is, of course. Here's a picture of Leader of the Opposition, David Cameron. But what does TLEC stand for?
Is it Tories launch exfoliating cream? Where would you put it?
Or is it the Top Man launch Eton collection?
Or is it just simply Tosser leading everyone to catastrophe?
Are you not a natural Tory?
Or is it Tory launch extremely Caucasian?
I think the people he's shaking hands with are that actual size, and it's tiny little elf convention.
The elf vote is just screaming to me.
It's enormous.
Ironically, it's an enormous vote.
Is it tits, lips, eyes and chin, everything he's got done in the poster?
Is it his full name? Tarquin Linus Edwin Cameron.
What's weird about it is, and this isn't nothing to do with the initial, he appears to be in black and white at the front of the photo and in colour at the back.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. He's like in black and white until the election, whereupon... he's the king of Munchkinland.
I know the answer. It's Tory leader effortlessly camp.
Does anyone give it something approaching the correct answer?
I think
You're the sensible one.
Tories launch election campaign.
That's close enough.
Genius.
Well done. That's good. You call headliners. Here's a picture of a packed House of Commons recently, but what does PTFC stand for?
Is it pissed tossers face chop?
Is it Parliament too few chairs?
Is it in fact just everything that they've spent money on? Porn, televisions, furniture, castles.
Is it Perspective tempts 15-foot cameraman?
Is it politicians turn out for free cakes?
Is it about the least recognisable man in politics? Politicians try and find Clegg.
Or is it they're actually playing a game, pick the fattest Conservative?
Is it in fact the new Labour car scrappage scheme? Toyotas for Conservatives. Imagine how good that'd be if I managed to say Prius and Toyota.
Personally, I drive a Prius. The handling is incredible. You enjoy my new Prius, darling. Yes. It goes 0 to 60.
Or is it performers try find caption?
OK. The P for payback.
Payback time.
Pay back the fucking cash!
No, but that was a proper cri de coeur, wasn't it? That came from the heart.
I want to know which paper that comes from, because I'd like to read that every day.
Well, it's the Parsons Gazette. Every article's the same. Look at these arseholes!
Not that particular, but the payback what?
Payback time for Commons.
Well done, very good. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yes, the answer I was looking for was payback time for Commons. This is the news that MPs have been ordered to repay over £1 million of their expenses following an audit of claims dating back to 2004. How do we feel about the MPs' expenses?
It just refuses to go away, this story, doesn't it? It's like thrush. Every time I open the paper, it's back. I'm fed up with hearing certain MPs say, it's legal, it's legal. So standing outside an old folks' home dressed as Harold Shipman, just don't do it.
It's Christmas time and we hope you're all enjoying the season at home as much as we are here in October. But now, the past people have said we don't try harder to be festive on this show, so this year we're going an extra mile. We decided to buy each other Christmas presents, so let's see what everyone got. Chris, I'm just going to go to you first.
OK. Well, my first present is for Hugh. I've bought everybody a bit of headgear.
That's for Hugh. First.
So we're going to put it on?
Yeah, you got to put it on, yeah. That'd be nice, you know. It's Christmas Day, you've got to do that, haven't you? Because Hugh is our captain, Dara. Middle second. Denotes captaincy. He's the captain of the team.
The captain of the team.
No seniority, no points.
I'm also going to be in fantasy... What's it called?
He looks more like being a remake of The Village People at the moment.
For Andy, I got I know what it's like going out in public and people hassling you and stuff. I bought Andy...
my present.
I look at your present,
I bought Andy a disguise so that he can disguise himself so nobody will know it's Andy. Nobody will be able to tell it's him. For Dara, I just got a lovely hat for him to wear. It's a lovely hat. It's a normal-sized hat for a normal-sized head. Completely normal-sized hat.
I've got a present for you that hasn't been wrapped.
That's all right.
I'm really sorry. It is socks. I know that's boring, but they're not ordinary socks. They're DVT socks. Because I'm very worried about how little you move around, and I don't want you... Normally, you'd have to worry about it on a long... Yeah, it'd be on a long-haul flight you'd have to worry about it, but... Yeah, I haven't seen you walk for... Well, since 2005, so... I've also got a present for Chris here. Because, well, it's really a present for us more than anything. It's,
put this on, right?
It's just a game, really. You put that on. You just put that on, OK? And then for the long periods...
You so look like John McEnroe at
You do. And for the long periods of the show when Dara doesn't bother to look at us or talk to us, we can just play. Where did that go?
This looks like Christmas ever.
It looks like a Dire Straits video gone wrong.
You go.
Honestly, I don't see what the problem is.
Gosh, this is just like my school days, only now I'm wearing a hat.
No.
What is Michael Gove planning for British prisons?
He's going to sell them.
He's going to sell them off for what, though?
He's going to sell them off in inner city prisons. He's actually going to sell off of flats, isn't he? They won't be calling them prisons, obviously, they call them gated communities.
I only hope that the viewing starts early and there's people, middle-class couples looking around going, oh, yes, no, oh, no, we'll knock through here. And there's a bloke going, try that.
He is, though. He's trying to reform the prisons after he turned the school system into the prison system. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm sitting next to Rob, I feel like a bus driver or the guy just standing up front talking to me.
Another thing, and you know how you stop yourself falling over if you're doing that? You've got to really just spread your legs across.
In France, is it called doing a bit of cross-on? Doing a bit of porridge, isn't it?
Oh, porridge, sorry, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I wasn't in my world. I bought Alpen the other day without added sugar. I was really sick. It was like eating the bottom of the hamster cage.
How do you know that?
Because I was really hungry one morning and I didn't have anything.
A lot of prisons are more independent now anyway. Broadmoor, Strangeways, Australia...